to me. Yeah.
Welcome to the Johnny Binder Show, everyone. Tonight's subject is Don't Look Away, Nolan Wells and the Stories That Could Change Justice. Before we dive in, just a disclaimer that the views and opinions expressed by guests and clips presented on this program are their own and do not represent the views of the Johnny Binder Show. The content provided is for informational and commentary purposes only. The show makes no claims of veracity or independent verification. Viewer discretion is advised. So I just want to thank y'all for joining us on all of our social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. I said meant X, TikTok. Thank y'all all for joining. Please like, subscribe, follow, and drop us a comment during the show just to let us know your thoughts. Let us know where you're from and what you're representing. And it's going to be a great show. So here we go, fam.
Dear God, I thank you for waking me up this morning. God, I ask that you give me the strength to be more vigilant. When I see a disaster coming from a mile away, sometimes I wait until I'm only a few feet away to prepare for the disaster. God, I ask that you give me the strength and the vigilance to prepare now, but also the strength and the vigilance and the discipline to prepare for the blessings. Because I see so many so close and it's their arm's reach. I know what I have to do, and I know I can't do it alone. I know I'm gonna have to make some sacrifices. I know I'm gonna have to say no to some things that I wanna say yes to. I know I'm gonna have to let some calls ring that I wanna answer. So God, I need you to protect me. And I also need you to prepare me. Amen.
Some families teach their children how to drive. We teach ours how to stay alive. Tell me how that's freedom. Tell me how that's right. When black childhood keeps paying with its life. Nolan Wells, you were supposed to outgrow your shoes. Supposed to break some hearts. Supposed to bend some rules. You were supposed to make mistakes, wake up late, complain about work, dance at somebody's wedding, carry your babies. Child, my heart, how do I live with this? How do I breathe in a world where you no longer exist? My child, my heart, my baby, my love, I reach for you in the silence. But silence is all that comes. I am still your mother. I am still your home. But I'm holding all this love with nowhere to go. My child, my heart, this pain is tearing me apart. I still say your name. I still keep your light. My child, my heart, my love.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being by any means necessary.
Ladies and gentlemen, by all means necessary, what's going on with us is too much. I'm talking to the hip-hop world now. Your older people, some of y'all gonna understand, a lot of y'all don't understand. We have to meet our children where they at. And it's too much going on. Don't look away. Don't look away. Look at it. This is as big as George Floyd. There's no way 4 people leave, 3 people come back. But 4 people leave, but 3 people come back. It's something wrong with this whole picture. And y'all so damn disrespectful. Y'all think that we gonna accept this buffoonery and you done took this boy's life. And then you have nuts enough to say to us, racism takes no place, and don't rush to judge. Rush to what judgment? Huh? You take his phone, you take his keys, you delete his mama look in the phone, it's been deleted. Why you delete it? If nothing went wrong, you ain't done nothing. What did you delete it for? I'm asking a question. I'm asking, what did you delete it for? You deleted because it's something in there that was going to point back to what y'all done. That's what you deleted it for. That's exactly what you deleted it for. It was something that was going to point back to what you done. And you didn't want it seen by the world, and your mama and them, they so rotten. The first thing they do is take all the stuff down and start lawyering up. And then y'all take the body parts that's going to be proved beyond the shadow of a doubt that something happened to him. You take the child's body parts. You rotten bastards. You are animals. But you whatever you are that took the stuff. I want to call Ben Crunk and give it to mother and father where they can file a $10 million lawsuit and shut you down because you was paid to do that. You didn't do that on your own. One of them parents paid you, Negro, and that's what I said. A Negro is somebody stupid, ain't somebody black. You did that. You did that. Y'all rotten to the core. A white girl just came on 3-4 days ago and asked the same question. Y'all took the body parts, every body part, the lungs, everything that you could tell what happened, y'all took it out. Boy, this is cold-blooded. You dismantle this man and then send him to CC. And you know something happened? They go to a party, 1 or 2 parties. How did you go to a party? And y'all supposed to be knowing this boy 4 years going to school with him. You should have been on a search team, but you had a party. And you didn't want to get a phone up. And if I'm not mistaken, I found out somebody went to sleep with the phone. Oh my God, man. Y'all won't quit with. From 20 to 25, 75 people look like me come up home. On a tree. They ain't have no rope. You brought the rope. Proud boy. Skinheads. This racism. And this boy in the office being controlled by Israel. He's a flunky and a robot. And he's getting much money as he can. Because he's going to defend himself. Because Jasmine Crockett and the rest of them going to prove all the money he done took. This is sad, man. Y'all dismantle this man. Take his body parts where we can't see what happened. And a judge with Willie D came out and proved it was unalive. Which I told you at the beginning of the case. And who was that? Somebody told me not to rush to judgment. I won't call his name. But he told me not to, one of my sponsors told me not to rush to judgment. I said, brother, I got enough evidence to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that's what happened. All 3 of them had something to do with it, and one of them had more to do with it than the other. And that's why they law you up. If you ain't done that, what you lawing up for? What are you lawing up for? You're lawing up because you know you did something. TikTok. This is Don't Look Away. Don't look away. This is sad, man. This is sad, 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 sad. It's sad. It's sad. It don't make sense. And I mean, y'all, I mean, it's sad, man, that we act like this and treat people like this. In 2026, we unalive that child for systemic racism. And then some of y'all cowards won't even say it. Some say it. They took his life. Let's go, Captain.
Again, welcome to the Johnny Binder Show. This is the late night edition. And like the minister said, today's subject is Don't Look Away. Nolan Wells and the stories that could change justice. It's not often that we get such a front row seat as to how the whole investigative and autopsy and how it all works together, like we're getting to see in this case. But I think we can all agree that if all eyes weren't on Mississippi at this time, that they would literally get away with having unalived this young man. So we're going to keep on the eyes, keep the pressure on. I have a video by Willie D that I found, and thanks to the minister, and I think it's going to be real informative as it shapes that this was an intentional unaliving and not an accident.
Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Well, what do we have here? Speaking on the Nolan Wells case, former Mississippi judge Carlos Moore says if he was still active as a judge in Mississippi, based on the evidence, he would put cases on all these Yeah, fam. Carlos went there. Check it out.
Good evening, friends. I'm attorney Carlos Moore coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia this evening. I'm currently a practicing attorney in Tennessee. I'm a former Mississippi judge. I sat on the bench in Mississippi for 6.5 years in not one, but two jurisdictions. I was on the municipal bench in Clarksdale, Mississippi from 2017 to 2024. And I was on the municipal bench in Grenada, Mississippi from 2020 to 2024. So I had several years of experience. I had the authority to sign search warrants, arrest warrants. I had the authority to preside over arraignments, initial appearances, and preliminary hearings for trial for individuals accused of various offenses up to and including murder. And so I did that for several years. And so I'm prepared to tell you this evening, after watching Attorney Crump release the results of the independent autopsy, the preliminary results, I'm prepared to tell you if I think there has now been enough evidence to meet the probable cause burden for a judge to sign an arrest warrant for one or more persons for the murder of Nolan Wells. So come on in, share this with your friends and family, and
Thank you, sir.
we are ready to talk about the autopsy and where we go from here. All right, so the family commissioned an autopsy, an independent autopsy, because they did not trust the local officials and they decided to hire Attorney Ben Crump and ask him to have an independent autopsy done. So he commissioned Dr. Roger Mitchell out of Washington, D.C. Dr. Mitchell is a well-respected forensic pathologist. He has been the chief medical examiner for Washington, D.C. He's been the president of the National Medical Association, and he's also been over the hospital at Howard University. So he's very well respected. I've known Dr. Mitchell for over 14 years. He's actually done some forensic pathology work for me, independent autopsies, and some of the cases I handle when I was practicing in Mississippi and other places. So he's very well respected. He did the independent autopsy for me.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, please listen.
Antoine Shumpert was killed under suspicious circumstances in Tupelo in 2015. So I'm very appreciative of the thorough work that he does. So here are the results. First and foremost, the results were inconclusive. He could not tell the cause of death. Dr. Mitchell could not rule out definitively foul play or external factors. So right at the very beginning, he could not rule out foul play after conducting a forensic exam of Nolan Wells. And that's different from Sheriff Ledbetter of Jackson County, who within 1 day of Mr. Wells being found dead stated that no foul play was suspected. So he had done no exam, was not qualified to do an exam, and immediately came to that conclusion. So that's why everyone has been up in alarm since that time, and the family, rightfully so, got an independent autopsy. And Dr. Mitchell has stated that he still is unable to rule out foul play. It could have been foul play. He could not give us a definitive cause of death at this time. He did notice a red discoloration in the soft tissue at the back of Wells' head. However, he stated that it remained unclear whether it was caused by blunt force trauma or simply natural decomposition. So it's possible that it was a result of blunt force trauma, but he could not state that to a reasonable degree of medical certainty at this time. He was able to say that there were no wounds or fractures. He didn't find any deep tissue injuries, lacerations, or bone fractures on the body. He did say that the body was severely decomposed due to the alleged time that Wells spent in the water. He could not accurately assess the skin surface for any signs of bruising or abrasions. He had some limitations that were not of his own makings that hindered him in coming to some final conclusions at this point. He was missing the neck structures. Parts of Nolan Wells' throat and neck interior were absent from the body because they were retained by the state investigators for further evaluation. Without those neck structures, Dr. Mitchell could not rule out whether a neck injury was a contributing cause of death. So that's very important. We already know that he possibly could have had some blunt force trauma to the back of the head, but he could not determine if the man may have been strangled or anything because he didn't get the neck structures. The state of Mississippi decided to keep the neck structures. Why didn't they just take a sampling of the neck and send some of the neck structures to Dr. Mitchell to examine? Or why not invite him to Mississippi to examine the neck structures? But they're mysteriously missing. And so
they took it.
That's a very key piece of evidence. It seems that all of the key pieces of evidence Mississippi kept back. They state had already dissected the internal organs. They did not send, I don't believe, the lungs. Dr. Mitchell stated he could not observe the lungs for water intake to verify drowning. So that's very important. He also could not analyze the stomach contents. I was listening to a coroner out of Richland County in South Carolina. She was saying that normally the stomach contents are put into a container so that they can be analyzed. Dr. Mitchell should have had access to these stomach contents to see what the stomach contents were. I mean, he could analyze them, and certain things would tell him whether or not this man died from a drowning. And he also did not have access to any original toxicology results from the state. So he was hampered in his findings. But it's very, very, very concerning about that red discoloration. And then what's the reasoning that the neck structures were held back? And so
The next
a lot of questions. I heard Attorney Crump to say that he's trying to find answers for the family, but he's left with more questions than answers at this time. And a lot of this is in the purview of Mississippi, the state of Mississippi. They had the body first. They got to the body first. They saw the body positioning when it was first found. So we want the Jackson County coroner, Bruce Lynn, to be very transparent and do his job. We want the chief state medical examiner, Stacey Turner, Dr. Stacey Turner. She's also a forensic pathologist, to do her job. They have been very concerning. Their actions have been very concerning to date to me. Dr. Stacey Turner, for one, I think the past 5 black young people that have been found dead under suspicious circumstances, she has not once ruled that any of that was a result of foul play. It's always some asinine reason that pales belief.
It's always some asinine reason
Come on.
that pales
Come on,
belief. Yeah, always.
Always.
It's never suicide. I mean, it's never a homicide. It's never we suspect foul play. It's always we don't suspect foul play. That's the way they get down.
She thinks people are committing suicide when their legs are broken. It's just not going to happen. This young man has still, no one till today has stated that they saw Nolan Wells take a dive, take a swim, and have any sign of distress. And so Dr. Mitchell even said the investigation would need to reveal how Nolan Wells got into the water. Was it voluntarily? Was it involuntarily? Was it by force, or was it voluntarily? But no one has ever come forth and said that he took a swim or a dive and had some distress. And so that's very concerning. The lack of that eyewitness testimony. You had 200, 300, 400 people out on that island for the 4th of July, and not one person has come forth to say that they saw him go under. If he had went under voluntarily, taking a swim or a dive, someone surely should have been able to see that and report that easily without a lawyer. They could have saved their hard-earned money if it was just a dive, a swim, and he got in a current or something that it took him under.
Come on, Carlos. Come on, man. That's all you got to do, man, is just be human. Come on, Carlos. You hear him? You hear him? If you just took a dive, just say that. You ain't got to lawyer up to say the man took a dive. You ain't got to lawyer up if you ain't guilty.
Come on.
I get y'all. Some of y'all say lawyer up, lawyer up, lawyer up. Yeah, man, but if we talking about simple human reactions, my friend has gone missing. I don't know where he is. Now they're saying he's gone missing. I go back home. I take his phone. I take his keys to his car. I go back home and go to sleep. I don't call the parents. I don't call to say, I don't get back out there with the searchers and search for his body. I go home and go to sleep. This is my friend. Yeah, right.
That is easy enough to report, but that has not happened. And we are way past 2 weeks now since he was confirmed dead. So other folks that need to do their job have a role to play in this investigation. You have the Mississippi Commissioner of Public Safety, Sean Tyndall. He is over the MBI and the Highway Patrol, the state troopers. He could have the MBI to come in and assist with this investigation. There's still a lot of unanswered questions. The Mississippi Attorney General is over the Public Integrity Division. There are a lot of people suspicious now of the public officials. People are suspicious of the medical examiner. They are suspicious of one judge in particular. They are suspicious of the sheriff of Jackson County. They're suspicious even of other officials in Jackson County. So at this point, some people are saying this is a great cover-up. And until Lynn Fitch's office, she's the Attorney General of Mississippi, has a Public Integrity Division, sent some investigators down there to see if there has been any kind of cover-up, obstruction of justice, tampering with evidence by elected or appointed officials, people are going to continue to sound the alarm and be very suspicious.
But Carlos, all of them are on the same team. All of the agencies cover for the other agencies. They all cover for each other. That's why you have the cover-up succeed. That's why you can't bring any of them to justice, because once one of them does something and they get accused of something, the other agency that is tasked with investigating says, we didn't find anything. And then people just drop it and go on about their business. They cover for each other. That's why with all of these hangings, all of these drownings, they haven't brought one person to justice and said, this guy killed this guy. He the one did it. It's all.
I'm going to pause right there. Willie D's making a great point, and we're going to get back to his commentary in a minute. But I want to point out that I believe it was on the Don Lemon show where they were reporting that the mother has wants to actually see the pictures that they took when her son's body was initially recovered from the water. She hadn't seen those, and she wanted to see it from, I'm going to get it wrong, it's the Cajun firefighters or the Cajun search and rescue team that found him. But in addition to that, from the Cajun rescue team member himself, he said that they offered cadaver dogs to go out and search and smell each of the boats that were tied to the dock. And the police department denied, said that they didn't need that at that time. It wasn't necessary. And now they want to go back and search the boats. The owners that had boats there have consented to letting them actually search the boats, when this could have been done, 2 weeks ago?
They purposely done that. Hit the button on Willie D, because the way you left him don't look good. Hit the button.
I'm sorry, Will.
Always, we don't suspect foul play.
So I believe it's time to turn on the light, bring the light of day to every agency that's involved with this investigation. We know with Ahmaud Arbery, they even had to investigate the prosecutor. She did some things where she was just refusing to prosecute the person or persons responsible for the death of Ahmaud Arbery, and she ended up being prosecuted herself. So don't sleep on Angel. She may not be doing anything, and she may be. You won't know until you investigate it if she's doing anything improperly.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say she's doing everything improperly. I don't trust her.
And so if she's doing everything by the book and doing it proper, she shouldn't have any problem with anyone coming around investigating. Do a very thorough investigation. In this instance, I wouldn't trust anyone. Don't give anybody the benefit of the doubt. I believe we need to shine the light on everyone. What possessed Sheriff Ledbetter to say that no foul play was suspected within 24 hours of them?
Carlos, come on, you know the answer to that, Carlos. Standard operating procedure. That's what possessed him to say it.
Finding Nolan Wells. Here you have a forensic pathologist that still cannot rule out foul play, but the sheriff with no medical degree, and I don't even know if he has a college degree, was just so ready to say that no foul play was suspected. That stinks to high heaven, and I'm never going to forget that. That's why I joined the NAACP and others in calling for the United States Department of Justice to come in and look at this. The FBI is already involved. I want the FBI to do more than look at those death threats that judge and her family is getting. I want them to look at the evidence that leads to a conviction for those responsible for what could be the murder of Nolan Wells. Do more than look after their interests, but look after the interests of Nolan Wells so that he and his family can get justice. We want the U.S. Attorney out of the Southern District of Mississippi to go on record and say something about this case. He needs to make sure that his office has an open file and is doing due diligence and doing a concurrent investigation. We do know that Horn Island is federal property, and they have concurrent jurisdiction with the Jackson County Sheriff's Department. We would like the Civil Rights Division of the United States Department of Justice to get involved and bring their resources to bear, because there has been a lot of racial undertones, and they need to determine if race had any part to play in Nolan's disappearance and his ultimate death.
I like how Carlos is keeping it professional. That's up to me to go ahead on and say it what it really is. Yeah, we know damn well race played a part in it. It absolutely played a part in it. Absolutely, 1,000.
No doubt about it, Trinity.
It all deserves a very thorough investigation.
Took the boy body part.
So where do we go from here? I do believe at this point, and I told you that I wanted to wait. When I did my first or second live, I told you I needed to see the autopsy report before I could determine if I was still on the bench in Mississippi, if I would sign an arrest warrant for one or more persons related to this case for the murder of Nolan Wells. I told you at that time I had enough evidence. There was enough evidence that if someone brought me a search warrant to sign, I would have signed it for certain things. But I left, and I told you about some lesser crimes that I would have signed an arrest warrant for, lesser crimes. But the ultimate question of murder, with my 6.5 years of experience as a municipal judge, at this point, sitting here today on July the 22nd, 2026, if an investigator brought me an affidavit recounting several things, including the discoloration behind the head, I am prepared to tell you that I would, at this point, sign an arrest warrant for one or more persons for the crime of murder. I do believe circumstantial evidence leads me to believe that it is more likely than not that Nolan Wells was murdered rather than he just accidentally drowned. And I have come to this conclusion, and if it was properly documented and sent to me, if I had still been on the bench, I would sign an arrest warrant for one or more persons. The circumstantial evidence, the suspicious evidence, putting all that together would lead me to sign that arrest warrant. You had Nolan Wells yelling for someone to give his freaking phone back, allegedly. You had Nolan Wells' phone not found on his person, but found on land at someone's home. And that person did not call the police to report a phone missing. That person did not voluntarily take it to Nolan's parents' home or contact them to let them know that he had the phone. That person kept the phone, and not only kept it, but either that person or someone that that person gave access to allegedly deleted text messages and deleted pictures from Snapchat. And that's all alleged. But if that's true, that's very suspicious. And then the keys to the car, no one voluntarily took the keys to the father. The father had to go ask for the keys, and there was some kind of delay there. So that's all very suspicious. It's very suspicious, too, that certain friends did not help look for Nolan Wells on the next day, on July the 5th. Understand that those friends went and had breakfast and went on with their regular day. That's very suspicious for someone who calls themselves a friend of Nolan Wells. It's also suspicious, and I happened to attend the funeral on Monday. It's very suspicious to me that those same individuals did not attend the funeral of their so-called friend.
Let me tell you something, family.
My God.
I don't give a damn what the internet think. I don't care what law enforcement think. My friend, I'm gonna speak up. I'm gonna get justice for my friend. If I don't tell the police, at the very least, I'm gonna handle that. Oh yeah, that's my friend, bro. You took my friend's life. I'm finna handle that. But let me back up, because they're trying to go with the narrative that nothing happened, that he accidentally drowned or something happened. So let's just play along. Let's play along that Nolan drowned, right? He drowned at Horn Island. So you got the friends who don't go to the authorities. They go home. They go to their parents, and the parents release a statement.
My God.
They scrub their social media. They don't do what the rest of us normal people do, put up a picture of the deceased with themselves with the deceased and say, man, R.I.P. to the homie Nolan, my best friend. They don't do that. They get rid of everything. They delete everything. They delete all of the memories. They delete everything. There's a search going on for his body.
Why would you delete your social media?
They don't go join the search. They go home, and as he said, the next day they go to breakfast.
Then
they just chilling. They eat. I can't eat, bro. This is my partner.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to eat. I wouldn't be able to sleep like Jax reportedly was. I couldn't do that. But maybe that's just the godliness in me. Maybe you know, maybe that's just the humanity in me, right? The humanity. Some of these people, fam, they have this gene inside them. It's a demonic gene passed down from generations.
That's a fact.
And you wonder why they do certain things. They do not have a heart, a functioning heart that was made to function like God intended on humans' hearts to function.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It's more like it's something really dark.
It became animalistic
inside of that makes them demonic.
That's very, very suspicious. If you are such a friend of someone that you grew up from childhood to adulthood, but you don't attend their funeral to express your condolences to their parents in person. I saw some other people that some of you Facebook sleuths have criticized. I even took a picture with at least one of the guys you've criticized, but yet and still he was at the funeral. He did not care about you criticizing him and saying he may have had something to do with it. Javon and Jalen were there at the funeral, and I took a picture with both of them. They were there, and I believe both of them were pallbearers, and I witnessed them physically weeping at the.
Ladies and gentlemen, Willie D hit something, but let me give him some more scripture to go with what he said. They growed up together. They been together for 4 or 5 years in school and college and stuff. I'm confused. Not one of them came to the funeral. I didn't know this.
Not a one.
That's uncivilized. You could go to the beach with him, or the island, and don't come back with him. Don't call his mama, because you know the number. Don't call her daddy. Got his keys to his car, and you got his phone. And the phone been erased. Ain't no maybe it's been erased. The mama says it's erased. She know if her son's phone been erased or not. That whole day out. What you erased it for, TikTok? You erased it because there's something in there that you did. There's something in there you said. And these 3 clowns don't go to the
and you can't say that they don't know how to contact the family, because the one Warren, whose mom is a judge or stepmom is a judge, they had been friends since the 8th grade, best friends, quote unquote, since the 8th grade. Warren has never been to Nolan's house.
Do y'all hear this?
Yep.
Man, look, TikTok, this case is over. Don't ever come on this show again and try to trick me to make me say this is not racism. Are you crazy? Willie D has proven beyond the shadow of a doubt. Willie D, thank you for fanning that tape because I didn't see it. And Willie D, I didn't know that they didn't attend the funeral. And they took his body parts where the people in D.C. wouldn't be able, his stomach, waist, nothing. That every way possible, ladies and gentlemen. These people, parents, was a part of it. They're all together. And they made sure that it don't get down there and sent the man down there without his body part. This is the fact. I just want to do this tonight. I can go to bed with this on my heart. That's why me and Captain up at this time of night, 1:45. We ain't never been up this late. But we had to show this. She gonna cut it up. She gonna send it out tomorrow and show y'all that when we say something, we know what we're talking about. I looked at the circumstances. The circumstances. That's how I know. I always look at the circumstances. And the circumstances gonna tell you that something is going on. You take all his body parts and send an empty body down there to DC and something in the back of his head, you couldn't take that. You had to cut his neck off.
You remember his throat was missing too.
Did you? She says, what was missing, ma'am?
His throat.
Why would you? You could have took a piece out. You took it all out. Why? It's common sense. Why? You guilty. Them 3 boys guilty. Y'all trying to cover up for them. It's not going to work. Mississippi, you racist bastards. Narcissistic. And God is going to get every one of you families. And the corner, I'm telling Nolan, father and mother, we need to get another lawyer. But Ben Crunk want to do it or not. Where we can file a $20 million lawsuit on that place that took the body parts and shut them down. They are crooks. They was paid crazy money to take that boy body parts because they knew if the body parts made it to DC.
Yep.
I'm being for real. A white woman said it. I wish I knew where that tape was. Oh man, I don't know if I got it to you. A white woman came on the other night. You will be Dr. Catherine. After a while, you got a little bit more studying to do, and you doing well. Mr. Pendleton is gonna get you. But again, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happened. They took this man's body parts. They took the body parts. Why you took the body parts? Because he was paid to take them. They'll just take the hit. When they say we ain't gonna let y'all do it, okay, you Negroes ain't gonna let us do it. We're gonna take out everything that you can find that would make us know what happened. And everybody keep forgetting they went to a party, and then you forget he put some up the next day on the thing that made him take it down that he was guilty. Then they went to 1 or 2 parties, and then when they asked him where he was at, they said, well, we don't talk about it because we don't want nobody to think we're guilty. Guilty of what? Guilty of what? And just Captain, all y'all keep forgetting this. The woman that the young lady who was said one thing, and the 3 boys said something else. Why that was inconsistent? Why? If both of them telling the truth, why did they come together like this? I'm asking a question.
Somebody lying. That's why.
Covered up something, and we know who covered it up. The girl telling the truth. She ain't got no dog in this, no bone in this fight. They lying, trying to cover up, and then they take the boy body parts. Why do you think they ain't came on in and said something to me?
Well, they not. But he did go to Brandon Warren, the friend that has the judge stepmom.
Come on.
And the stepmom, they went on Brandon Tatum's podcast to talk about everything. And we can play clips of that next time because they kind of told on themselves a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to see that we live in one country with two realities.
Yep.
One rich, one poor. One white, one black. One predator, one prey. One skilled, one non-skilled. Racism, sexism, and classism is going to bring America down. American government is rotten. Mississippi officials are rotten to the core. I told her sister, she's in real estate, she do concerts, I won't call her name yet. But I told her, work with me, sister. Well, I can help y'all with Mississippi. Do y'all know after they took the water and poured it in Flint, out of all the places they went to Mississippi and poured 192,000 black people water? Oh, y'all didn't know that, huh? Ain't no telling how many of them got cancer. This is a setup, man. And when you bad food, ladies and gentlemen, our teeth is not even made to eat meat. And that's why we at CVS and Walgreens, and they make trillions of dollars on the pharmacy. I'm just giving them up tonight. And notice they won't come on my show or they won't say nothing to me because it'll boost up what I'm saying. I'm already in the millions. They scared of me because I'm a truth teller. And they not scared. Catherine ain't scared of them. Marcus ain't scared of them. So Miss Price ain't scared of them. So again, this is what they do. They habitual liars. And I want to say to you again, brother Willie D, you did a wonderful job. But what I want to say to you, you talking about their heart is not right. God said in Romans 1:24-28, listen to this, Willie D. Take this with you. Professing to be wise, yet became fool. 25, who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship the creature instead of the creator. How you doing, man? We on the Nolan Wells case. They unalived him. They took him out to the island and came back with him, then come back with him and took his keys to his car, took his phone, deleted his phone, didn't go to the funeral. We just found out they didn't go to the funeral. Took his body parts so DC could not do the medical exam, correct, and went home and went to sleep. And they say it's not racism. And they've been together, went to school together the whole 9 yards, and didn't even attend his funeral. So give me 1 minute. She won the battle, so she went off. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is systemic racism at its best. Mississippi is one of the worst, if not the worst, in America. This is the world looking at this. China. They're looking at this, Canada. Everybody looking at us. The same people gave smoke to our Aboriginal brothers, they call Indian, and unalived 20 million of them. The same one took 100 million of us and unalived us. And a lot of us fought back. We went over that water by ourselves. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to indict all the officials in Mississippi. That's what's got to happen. They got to go. All of them Ku Klux Klan. So it say, Willie D, professing to be wise, yet become fools, who change the truth to God into a lie and worship the creature instead of the creator. 26, change their natural use, women. Men burn in lust. And then 28, God said he gave over to a reprobate mindset to do those things that don't make sense. And then God said they would think of evil ways to do wrong. And here it is. They took the boy body parts. So the coroner in DC, oh, y'all ain't gonna let us do it? Well, we're gonna take the body parts. And they was paid to do it. All of them need to be indicted. Like the judge say, all of them, they are animals. They have become animals. And God said they deserve unalive. That's in the Bible. In John 8:44, he said, you of your father, the devil. And that's who he's talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, me and Catherine, we're not gonna let it go. We're not letting none of this go. We're gonna fact find until all of them people in Mississippi is indicted. And from 2025, 70 people been hung look like me. And some in Mississippi. This is crazy, man. Even from the college, they hung one. Put on a tree in the front of the school. Come on, Catherine.
Okay. Well, we're going to move on. We have one other tape I want to show from Nolan Wells' story, and it's the DA sealing the evidence. I think this just came out earlier today.
TikTok, this is crazy, man.
The investigation intensifies into the Nolan Wells case. Good evening, I'm Gina Swanson. The district attorney leading the case is asking all agencies to refrain from speaking publicly about the case. All this comes after an independent autopsy report on Nolan's cause of death is inconclusive, and that's mainly because certain parts of his body could not be examined by the second medical examiner. WDSU reporter Chantel Davis has been on the case since it broke. She is now live. And Chantel, you spoke with some legal experts about the case. What are they saying?
Yes, Gina. So while the community desperately waits to learn what happened to Nolan Wells, I did speak with a legal expert, and he tells me the DA's move may prolong that waiting period for those of us to learn those answers. But he said what she did is not uncommon.
If we sacrifice the integrity of the process in effort to satisfy today's questions, we risk undermining the confidence in tomorrow's answers.
Breaking her silence, Jackson County District Attorney Angel McElrath releasing a video Thursday urging patience as her office works through the details and evidence discovered in the Nolan Wells death investigation.
In Mississippi, the rules of professional conduct restrict the information a prosecutor can release during an investigation.
The DA is now choosing to seal evidence in the case until it's presented to the grand jury. However, she did not clarify if this includes the original autopsy results. So I made another call to her office. Yes, I called 2 days ago and you took my name and number, but I still have not received a call back. So today, after reviewing the district attorney's video, she didn't clarify this. Will the original autopsy results be sealed along with the rest of the evidence that will be presented to the grand jury? The receptionist on the other end promised to pass along my message, but I reached out to legal expert Dan Friel to help me understand the district attorney's decision.
I think the more information that's revealed publicly about a high-profile case, the higher the likelihood is you're going to compromise the grand jury or compromise an ultimate trial jury.
It's also important to note police have not named a suspect or person of interest in this case. Friel said this means the district attorney is going to present the evidence to the grand jury so they can determine if there's probable cause to believe a crime took place.
It's not clear-cut what happened. If it were, then you would probably have had an arrest the next morning or immediately after finding the body of Mr. Wells. So unfortunately, we just don't know enough to know what we don't know until this grand jury has concluded its investigation, until the district attorney makes a finding from that.
Now, Nolan Wells' family continues to ask the same question: what happened to Nolan? And police say that witnesses have come forward. We're also still waiting for those original autopsy results, especially since that independent autopsy result could not produce the results that we were looking for because the pathologist could not examine all of Nolan's neck. But right now, we still do not know when those original results will be produced to us. I am reporting live. Chantel Davis, WDSU News.
All right, like we mentioned, Chantel has been on top of this story since it first broke right after the 4th of July. You can read the latest on Nolan Wells' death investigation right now on WDSU.com.
Well,
how you gonna find something? You done took all the body parts, and they took all the body parts, ladies and gentlemen, where you could find out what could happen to him. And the boy's an athlete, you know he didn't drown. He just drowned. You throwed him in the water to make it look like it's drowned after you did whatever you did to him. And you went to a party. And when the people ask you something, man, I don't want to be accused of anything. We ain't got nothing to say. Accused of what? Guilty of what? 4 y'all go, but 3 come back. Like the little white girl said, if 3 black boys would have went out there with a white boy and came back without him and got the keys, the phone, and deleted and went to a party and went home, or went ate and then went home, whatever. All three of them arrested right now. And the body parts would have not been missing. The body parts would have been missing at the coroner's office. That's guilt, showing guilt right there, Miss Mills. They took the body part because they don't take the body part. The forensic people, the coroner in D.C. was gonna find out everything. They say, "I'll be damned, we not gonna let y'all find out." Now they talking about they got it and go present it to grand jury. Man, you think they gonna present the truth to grand jury? They should be charged already. There shouldn't even be no hesitation. None.
Not a thing. But it just goes to the narrative that a lot of people got a lot to cover up. A whole lot to cover up.
You can't cover all that up. It's uncoverable. It's undeniable. It's indisputable. They are guilty. The people in Mississippi, them officials are guilty. The sheriff, that DA, all of them guilty. They are devils. Let's stop playing. So really, they are devils. It's in John 8:44. Jesus said, "You of your father the devil." He was a murderer and bold not in the truth. And there's no truth in him. Then answer the Jews. Same thing. Same thing going on right now. Same thing. Judases, liars. So we can stop playing with this case. Me and Captain and some of us can work together, and we can prove beyond the shadow of a doubt it was racism. And y'all unalived him. And all three of y'all need to be indicted. And the judge came out 2 days ago and proved it. Judge, we love you. Thank you for being man enough to do your research that I already had told people that they done this. Thank you, Judge. Ladies and gentlemen, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, we up this time of night because at 2:01, Captain said, "You gonna do the show? You gonna be?" I said, "Man, we got to do this show." I fell asleep on the couch. When she come back down, I jumped up. Let's go. And we had to do this show. It was a must. Y'all unalive this boy. And you three boys that know him, y'all wouldn't go. He y'all friend, and you wouldn't go to his funeral. You unalive him, and then don't go to his funeral. You should have went to his funeral, to make it look like you didn't do it. But you didn't want the news people to question you. I know, because your mouth gonna open up and you're gonna say the wrong thing. Because one of y'all already came on and said you was guilty. Ladies and gentlemen, they took that young man's life. They unalived him. Just to show what I'm talking. I've been knew this. Somebody came on the show telling me, "Don't rush the judgment." What? You don't know nothing about this. So, ladies and gentlemen, Father God for his mother and his father. I love both of them. We love both of them. They've been hurt. They've been lied to. Took his body parts so they couldn't find the truth out. That rotten DA. All of them rotten to the core. All of them work together like Willie D said. And all of them should be indicted. This is a major crime scene. All of them. They need to be taken out of office and handcuffed. America, you're going down. The fall of America. Because you won't do right. There's no right in you. We in 2026. And y'all still with this racism. Classism. Y'all won't stop. Y'all sick to the core. And it's so cold, you can't turn back. Because you work for the devil. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you. A good commentary for tonight's show. And y'all remember to sign off if you're watching, sound off rather, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, or TikTok. Please drop us a comment, like, subscribe, share. please continue to follow. And also, if you would like to support us further, you can make a contribution to the show. And what would that contribution do? Well, y'all, we're growing. So your support helps us to reach more people with truth, solutions, and accountability. You can support the show on Cash App at JBS Live. That's J as in Johnny, B as in Binder, S as in Show Live. And what that will do is help us get the equipment and resources so we can put boots in the streets to report live and just to dig deeper into these issues. And also, it's going to allow us to open up a bigger facility so that we can have guests come in. You can be a guest on the show because we do this for you, we do this for the people. And yeah, we want to be able to do more. So I'm going to drop the the Cash App on the screen in the upper right, and it'll be there for the remainder of the show. Minister?
Yeah, I want to say something because I know people looking at this next to say 10 carat. And I know they're looking at the watch. I just went and picked it up today. And I know they're looking at the ring. I know they're looking at the necklace. I want to say something. I'm going to bring my jeweler on in and let him say it. I'm going to say it, not let him say it. The jeweler, I work with him out of the flea market on Greg's. And he's a Muslim, he's my brother. And he's coming on. He got 2 big jewelry stores. So I wear the jewelry to catch the youth. And if they want to buy it, he let me sell it. And then 20% of the proceeds go to the Johnny Binder show. So if y'all want to like the necklace, you buying a necklace this time to help your people. And this ain't no Johnny Dame buffoonery. This one here, he give 50, 60% back on whatever you buy from him. If you spend $10,000, he give you $5,000 back. So it's a real jewelry store. So again, he's coming on. My Hispanic brother, he gonna do a commercial, and I've been wearing it. They trust me with it, and because I'm trustworthy. So these, whatever someone buy, they will the money, we get 20% to come back to the show. So he'll be putting money up, and we have Eric Carr that's put $1,000 up from his EC construction company. What is the name of it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know off top.
EG Construction by Eric Carr. He got equipment, everything. We got Troy Marceau. He has donated. He's one of our donators. They donated thousands. And now my children had donated thousands. And we will get $1 million for it over with, where we can go on and expand and own the building, not pay no rent on it, own it, and give 100 to 150 tickets 2 to 3 times a week. And we got a new show coming out, Solution for Real Relationships. Because uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, in 5 years, 89% of the people divorce. So we want to teach people how to love one another, protect one another, and grow together in love and respect, because they don't know. It's people don't stay together. They just break up, because they don't understand what the word love means. It's 12 reasons: knowledge, wisdom, understanding, give you freedom, justice, equality, give you food, clothes, and shelter, love, peace, and joy. So I done minister from Whitney Houston to the Temptations, to Charlie Wilson Gap Band, Dougie Fresh, all of them. We done rocked. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I've been there and done that, and I have a lot of experience. So I'm able and qualified. They have 4 women, 4 men guest panels. Me and Catherine will be in the back with Marcus, with Miss Price, and I have another lady I think gonna be coming on, work for the government. So we got some great people coming on, and we're gonna deal with this, because once you get the relationships right, you get the mother and father back in the house, and now we can get more vocational school and get our children out the game. This is why I'm doing that. I know you wonder why. That's why. We're trying to get them back together where we can save our kids and our kind and save our children from being slaughtered and going to prison where they make $40 billion a year. So we are solution-based, and we'll own our own banks, our own credit union, our own finance company, our own insurance company, and we're already doing it. We're not waiting on you, master, and you ain't gonna stop us. And you're not gonna bomb us up this time. Not this time. We got army, China, Hebrew Israelite, the nation, Black China Madonna. You through, and God is gonna deal with you. You're rotten to the core. You have no honor and respect for God. You're a habitual liar. You in Ezekiel 34, you clothe yourself, you feed yourself, but you have not fed the flock. You're a rotten, low-down animal. And God say he remove almost 90% of the pastors. So we clothe ourselves and feed ourselves. But God say we have not fed the flock. He said we send the Prince David to get the people. And we have scattered the people all over America. And that's why I told Pastor Miller, let me have that thing on Saturday next door. I know he's going to do it because he loves children. And he know I can handle him. I'm the Godfather. So again, thank you. And I wasn't trying to be the Godfather. I made many mistakes to get here, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what I got this on for. I got a jeweler that think enough of us to give us hundreds of thousands of dollars of jury so we can sell it and get 20% of it go to this company. And you that buy jury from him, you get 50% back on your jury anytime you want. So I love you all. May God bless you. If y'all have anybody getting into trouble, let us know. We work with 22 lawyers. We have a consulting company where we can work with y'all to help y'all children get a slap on the wrist. Don't send them away and throw them away. Same way they do Caucasian children, we're going to make sure and do everything we can to make sure we get the same. It's too much injustice. And God is with us, and the 5,000 heaven-making angels, and they won't get away. So again, we love you. May God bless you.
Before we close out, I want to do one more story because I think it's important. This kind of reminded me of the Cohen-Wiley case in Mississippi. And we're just going to play it. It's another shoplifting case. No, this is another shoplifting case that ended in tragedy. Yeah.
Shoplifting call at a Galleria area store ends in a deadly incident on one of Houston's busiest freeways. And new this afternoon, police say the two people who were hit and killed when they ran into traffic on the Southwest Freeway following a police pursuit were teenage girls. Orko Manna joining us live with what we are learning about this situation.
Well, in just the last 30 minutes, we learned that the two teens who died were 15 and 16 years old. Houston police said those two teenage girls were inside a vehicle that was linked to an alleged shoplifting. Officers tried to pull that vehicle over here in this area, but that's when the chase started, and it's now raising questions about HPD's pursuit policy. Houston police responded to a shoplifting call at the Old Navy on Westheimer around 9:15 last night. Officers found the suspect vehicle, a Chevy Tahoe, and tried to stop it near South Rice and West Park. HPD says the driver took off on northbound 59, sparking a police pursuit. As they approached the 45 interchange, officers say the suspect vehicle got into a minor crash with another car, and the four females inside got out and ran across the Southwest Freeway.
Two of the occupants were struck by oncoming traffic, and unfortunately, those two females were pronounced deceased at the scene.
HPD's pursuit policy states that if the risk of injury outweighs the need to immediately apprehend the suspect, the pursuit should stop, and that officers shall not engage in a motor vehicle pursuit if the suspect is accused of only Class C offenses, traffic warrants, and nonviolent misdemeanor warrants.
Did this rise to the level that a pursuit was warranted?
Yes, from the facts of what I've known.
I spoke to retired HPD Captain Dr. Greg Freeman, who says even though it's unclear what was allegedly stolen from the Old Navy and what the total value was, the suspects drove away from police.
At the end of the day, they're evading, and that could be considered a felony offense, felony evading. And they're posing a risk to the public by doing what they were doing. by evading arrest.
Would an option be for the officers to get the license plate and then track it down at a later time?
Absolutely, that is an option.
Still, Freeman says officers made the right call.
Unfortunately, it had a tragic ending, but again, you have to look at the actions of the suspect for doing something so outrageously dangerous and reckless.
The names of the two teens who died have not been released yet officially, and Houston police say that the other two people that were inside the suspect vehicle are 30 years old and 16 years old. They've been taken into custody on an evading charge. Reporting live this afternoon, Orkomana, KHOU 11 News.
This is
So they were taken in over an evading charge, not shoplifting. And that's not the video. The other news report said that there was a tracking device so that they would know where the car was or where the merchandise was. So the merchandise had some kind of tracking device on it. So it wasn't even necessary for them to pursue them at that moment. They could have waited and got them later. So this is going to be a great case for somebody to pick up because, they were clearly in violation. I don't care what that captain says. They were in violation of the pursuit. Yeah.
That riding captain is still low down and riding. All you had to do is get the license plate number. They had took something out of Old Navy. Just take a picture of the license plate.
But didn't you hear me say they had a tracking device? They admitted there was a tracking device. They would have known exactly where they were.
This is crazy. You done took a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, they mentally sick, they broke, they're hungry, something wrong with them. They need a psychosocial assessment, but that don't mean you take their life. These are babies.
My question, who's that 30-year-old that had them doing it? Because that 30-year-old,
And the 16-year-old, you're going to arrest him for evading. How was the 16-year-old evading because he's sitting in the car? If I'm sitting in the car, I'm not evading, the driver evading. What I'm supposed to do, stop him and slap him? Come on, man. These people are so rotten and low down. This happened in Houston?
Yes.
Lord have mercy. We got to make sure we need to go talk to the police chief on Tuesday. I'm going in front of get my name on the chief of police. On the city council thing to speak on Tuesday. Who I'm gonna take with me? I need 2-3 people so I can speak 2-3 times. I'll speak for them. Yourself, Maria, as 2, and Matthew. We need to go down there. Put all our names on and I'm gonna do all the speaking. This is crazy. And they had a tracker. You just could have took their license plate number, ladies and gentlemen, and just take the damn license plate number. You're gonna chase these people for some damn blue jeans or a t-shirt out of Old Navy. Ain't nothing in Old Navy worth nothing or worth nobody's damn life. Here go to Walmart again. Some damn diapers. And a 1-year-old unalive. And Walmart guilty. And we ain't boycotted them bastards yet. Y'all still going to Walmart. Walmart the one calling the police. They part of it. They don't give a damn about you. Spend your damn money. Go home broke. And keep them billionaires. Old Navy.
Old Navy.
Boy, this a damn shame. A 15 and a 16-year-old dead. Unalive. For some stinking ass blue jeans or t-shirt. Ain't nothing in Old Navy. I've never went to Old Navy and bought nothing. It ain't nothing. All the police had to do was just take a picture of the license plate and drive off and captain and say they got a thing in them. A tracker. That what you said?
Yes.
And these children are unalive by some foolish, dumb ass police. Now we're in Houston. Now I'm taking it personal. I got to go down there. We got to go down there. I'm gonna light the mayor up and tell him, call the chief of police in. We need to change that law right now. Anybody getting any clothes out of any store, get their license plate number and let them go. I don't give a damn if tracking on or not on it. We gonna rush through some traffic and get people killed for some damn clothes?
Yep.
Are we serious? We're gonna put people's life in jeopardy for some damn Old Navy and some diapers that wasn't stolen? Then lie and say the car was coming toward him. Where the damn body cam at? You damn liar. And he always paid on vacation. And the girl hold the baby up and say, I got a baby in the car. And he shooting the plane out on the passenger side. Ladies and gentlemen, I had enough. Show commercials. Tell them you told them why they should donate. Let them know they should subscribe and show that subscribe tape, and you can go where you want from there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I'm very upset. I had to get it off my chest. This is sad. Took the boy body parts. It's sad. Run them people out the car. People jump out the car, run and get run over, and hit both of them and kill them. I mean, unalive. It's sad. I had enough. TikTok. Come on, Catherine.
All right. Well, again, thank you all for joining us on whichever platform that you choose to watch us on, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or Twitch. Please like, subscribe, share. If you're watching on replay, still drop us a comment. We love to hear from you. So here's a bit about what the Johnny Binder Show is about. And then after that, we'll be signing off. So you enjoy your weekend out there and you be safe.
You helping me, Captain, all the rest of us, saving lives.
Listen to me. Yeah.
So y'all celebrate us and help us open up vocational schools and save our kids and our kind. You don't want to do that. You want to sit in the back like a house nigga, a coon, and do what you do. Because I have 5,000 heaven-making angels around me. And anybody come against me, God is going to destroy them. I can name all the people that come at me. God has destroyed them, have created problems in their family.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying to you is that the black woman is the mother of earth. She has melanin in her skin, right here, melanin. The sun is her friend inside her hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen to me. Yeah.
90% of your crew is snitching. Get out the game. Whatever money you got, open some kind of business. If you don't know how to open a business, do what my partner did. He gave his money to the restaurant owner. Now he rich because the restaurant owner paid him every month. He invested like $500,000 with him. And now he got some. So now he get rich. If his wife got a big home, they come out of Texas University. If you ain't an entrepreneur, invest your money with a D or with Catherine, whoever doing business with me. I'm going to build 90 townhouses. I need 2.5 right now. So again, invest your money with somebody you can trust. Get out the game. If you don't get out the game, you're going to prison. And 85-90% of the time you do, when you get out, you be dead.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. So this Johnny Binder talking to you.
Listen to me. Yeah.
Beautiful. Wow. I'm
respected. I must be protected.